Hi guys, it is Saturday. I am going to try to get my packing done because I only have a couple more days left before I leave for Germany. I figured I'm going to film packing and I'm going to attempt to Marie Kondo dishes. I'm just going to show you guys some outfits I'm bringing and what makeup and products that I think are absolutely necessity while I'm on vacay. So, you guys, if you know me, know that I'm a little bit extra sometimes. Yeah, I do use a lot of products. I work at Ulta and I work for MAC and I'm obsessed with makeup. So, and I have tape and hair extensions. There's a lot of stuff that I have to bring, and all I have for a week in Europe is a carry-on and a personal item. So, one of my secrets, you guys, is that a personal item can actually be pretty big. They don't usually actually measure your personal items, so as long as you have like something that will fit in the seat in front of you, like underneath below the seat in front of you, you're probably Gucci. If you did check a bag and that's all you're bringing is a personal item, then you should put an extra pair of clothes in there because airlines do lose your bag. I've seen it happen to a lot of people. Knocked on wood because it hasn't happened to me yet. But when I'm switching flights and I'm going overseas like this, I will not get a checked bag simply because I'm too afraid that it'll get lost. And I'm not going to risk that in a country where I don't speak their language, and yeah, it's not going to happen. Okay, anyway. So another thing that I do is roll my clothes, which is something that Marie Kondo does. So she folds her clothes to the smallest they can be folded, she says, but then I've seen her roll clothes as well. I don't know if they're smaller rolled or folded. So I've always just rolled them. I'm just going to keep going with that because I feel like it's better for wrinkles to roll your clothes anyway, and I think I can fit this all in here. What I got is this duffel bag. Now, to be honest, this duffel bag is probably a little bit bigger than they would like my personal item to be, but because it's a duffel bag, I can really squish it in if they make me check the size, right? And I can like take out a sweatshirt or a jacket and throw that on because they can't charge you for what you're wearing. Tips, y'all. Layer yourself. Also, because I am gonna bring like products and extra stuff, I am going to try to limit the amount of clothes I'm bringing. I'm going to attempt this in a minimalistic way. So yeah, I'm not going to bring a pair of pajamas for every single night because, like, even though at home I am kind of wasteful and I do wear a different pair of pajamas every night and then wash them, I don't actually need to do that. I am not really like a smelly person or anything. 2 wears per pair of pajamas. So I'm still bringing a few pairs, but I don't need to bring 8 pairs of pajamas. I'm gonna bring 2 bras. I really don't need more than that. I don't even wash my bra every time I use it. I don't need to. Like, they don't smell. They don't really get dirty. Like, I'm not breastfeeding. And I'm gonna stay with a friend, so like, and I'm staying in Airbnbs, so there's a good chance that I can wash my clothes. Another little tip I want to tell you guys is if you are staying in a place where there is a washer and dryer, it is so nice to wash your clothes before you pack your suitcase for the night before you come back home. If you wash your clothes and then pack all your stuff, like fold it up and roll it back up how it was, you are gonna be so happy when you get home. You can just put it right away. It's already folded, it's already clean, and like when you get home you're way more exhausted than you are on the last day of your trip, in my opinion anyway. I don't want to do this kind of minimalistically, so I want to like use this one jacket for several different outfits, which is fine. And maybe even like a pair of jeans a couple times, or like I could probably wear this shirt with a couple different like pairs of pants that I'm bringing. Like everything kind of matches and you can like swatch it, you know what I mean? So it gives me more than actually 7 options for clothes, and I don't really even need to bring 7 options, but I think I'm gonna bring 7 options so I have like some extra options, you know? So I rolled up my tank top and then folded the jeans and then rolled them around the tank top Now I'm going to take underwear and tie them around this so it like holds it all together. And then sometimes I take my socks and put them on each end so that the outfit is all together, which makes it so much easier. Another thing I like to do is pack them in chronological order for which outfit that I'm going to like wear first. I'll put on the top, and which outfit I'm going to wear last. I put on the bottom.
My fate is sealed with no cars, trapped in a room with no walls. I'm going down.
So both the boots I'm going to put on the bottom of my suitcase because I don't really care if stuff falls on them. It's not going to ruin them, whereas like it will ruin my makeup and other stuff. So shove the boots in as small as you can get them, and then everything can pile on top of that. Okay, let's continue. Okay, y'all, time for the hard part. So I have a few tips for you guys. One is that you never use as much product as you think you're going to. I have never once finished a travel size product. My suggestion to you is to buy a little travel kit like I did. So these bottles are a lot smaller than travel size shampoo and conditioner and face wash come in. Way smaller, actually. You don't notice it. You're only allowed to have 100 milliliters or 3 ounces of a liquid, and you're only allowed to have one bag that's this size. Now, this size bag is actually like substantially larger than a regular sandwich bag. So you can fit a lot more in here. This is, I believe, a quart bag is what you're allowed to have. So this one is TSA approved. It came with this little set of traveling stuff, and then there's all these little jars too that I'm gonna put some like face moisturizers in and stuff, because there's no way that I'm gonna go through more than that in a week. So that's another little tip for you guys. So also a lot of things I bring can spill or break, like you never know. So my other tip is to put it in a plastic bag. Like if it can leak on other products and make a mess out of your stuff, put it in its own little plastic bag and then put it in your liquids bag. Also, you guys see I bought a ton of new products, like this deodorant's brand new, I have a new toothbrush, new, you know, I got new stuff. It's not only because I'm bougie, it's because I like to be able to pack all of this stuff and get ready at my house without having to pack anything else the morning of, because I'm going to be leaving at like 5 a.m. I'm going to be exhausted, not in my right mind to remember to pack my deodorant. So I got a new deodorant. I do suggest getting travel size because this is considered a liquid or gel and you're supposed to put it in with your liquids. I've gotten away with not doing that a couple times now. I do feel like this is a solid, and I'm going to put it outside of my liquids because there's no way I'm going to be able to put all my liquids, and if they take it away, just buy a new one, I guess. Okay, another tip I have is that if you don't have all these cute little containers to make your stuff travel size, you can literally put like creams, sunblock, like whatever you need to put in a plastic bag, and it takes up way less space than any container. Now, I don't know if that's 100% legal. I know they do have stuff to like test what you're bringing, so you might get stopped and they might have to test whatever units you're bringing. I don't think it's illegal though. It might be a pain if you get stopped, but I've done it before without getting stopped, so I'll just do it again. Okay guys, I think I've got all of my liquids in here. So I've got shampoo, conditioner, I've got hair oil, I've got dry shampoo, I have primer, foundation, I have a mini concealer. I'm using Tarte Shape Tape because that's the mini one I own and it's fine. I'm using a mini Perversion mascara, miniature Urban Decay all-nighter, and then I have Confidence in a Cream is the one moisturizer I'm going to bring. I really don't need more than that. And I do have the Clinique Spa treatment in case I have any breakouts while I'm there, and the Clinique face wash. And I have the Clinique Clarifying Lotion as well. So yeah, that's all I need. I don't need any more than that. Don't bring any more than you need. Lipsticks and deodorant and even mascara are all things that I've gotten away with not having them in my liquids, so I don't think I'm going to put them in my liquids. I put an extra bag around these so they don't get dried out. They're Neutrogena makeup removers, so I need to bring those. a new deodorant so that I can put on deodorant with my one at home before I leave, a new toothbrush so that I don't forget to pack it. I can brush my teeth before I leave. I'm bringing one pair of Lily lashes and I'm wearing one pair. I'm bringing a new beauty blender so I can use mine before I leave, and I'm going to leave this in the container so that once I use it, the concealer doesn't get like on my bag. So this bag is from my BoxyCharm Luxe. It's super cute and I'm actually gonna use it. I'm bringing my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes because that is the one powder I can live with and I don't need any more than that. I'm bringing one small tweezer, not the ones I love because the ones I love are too sharp for the plane, and one lash applicator because it makes life so much easier. The only primer I brought was the NARS Radiance Primer, and the only foundation I'm bringing is the Lancome Re-Energy Lift makeup because it always looks pretty together and I never have any problem. It's not bad for my skin, so that's what I'm bringing. Also, I want to mention that I got this little cute mirror. So it's magnified on one side and the other side I can see my whole face on. And it's a perfect tiny little size, so I can stick it right in here, bring it with me. And a lot of Airbnbs I've gone to have terrible lighting, don't have magnifying mirrors obviously anywhere. So it's just really nice to have that little magnifying mirror. I'm packing cotton balls that I'm going to use with my Clinique Clarifying Lotion. I brought a couple tampons because you never know, and a bunch of Q-tips because I use them for everything. Brow products that I decided to bring are the Gimme Brow and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel because I feel like the Gimme Brow gives me a little bit more and the Clear Brow Gel holds them in place a little better. So for brows, I'm bringing the Urban Decay Brow Blade. There's like a marker on one side and a waterproof pencil on the other side. I really like this product. So with the Gimme Brow and the Brow Gel, I will have brows on fleek. I don't need anything else. I'm only going to bring 3 lipsticks, which is really good for me. Okay, so I'm bringing the MAC Strip Down Lip Pencil. That's the only lip pencil I'm bringing. I just love that color. With that lip liner, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in Stripped. So that's my favorite nude combo, along with the Patrick Star Peachy Peter. That is my favorite to use with the MAC Stripped. So I like to put this in the middle of the stripped and stripped down. Peachy Peter goes in the middle. Makes sense, right? Okay, so that's my perfect nude combo. I'm going to bring that. That's my daily wear. I'm also going to bring, there we go, Morphe Liquid Lipstick and Bonnie. You guys watch my videos, you know this smudge brush, actually it's from Sephora, is what I always use to go underneath my brows and perfect them. So I'm going to bring that. To be 100% honest, I don't need to bring that because I'm bringing this brush. There we go. The Morphe 421 brush. I could use this to perfect my brows for concealer as well, but I don't want to. I want to use it for shimmery shadows if I do that. The one brush that I absolutely need to bring with for shadows is the Morphe 441. So this is a fluffy blending brush. I can't live without that one. Gotta bring that one. This is a smaller fluffy blending brush, which I like to use to highlight my tear duct, is the Morphe 506. And then I'm going to use the Morphe 321 brush. So I like to use this brush to go underneath my eye as well as to blend with a really dark color in the crease. So multitasking with that one. I'm going to bring the Jeffree Star set of brushes. So I'm bringing his brow brush, his highlighter brush, his small contour brush, which I like to use for concealer as well. And the Morphe Jeffree Star JS1 for, I like to use this one for foundation. So I'm bringing those brushes as well as a Morphe blender. You don't really need all these brushes and a blender. You could honestly get away with just the blender. Yeah. Okay, so moving on. So this is the Morphe 105 brush. I'm going to use that for bronzer along with this cute little miniature bronzer brush from Luxie. It's the Luxie 1010 brush that I got in BoxyCharm. I've actually really been loving that. Okay, so another thing I want to mention to you guys is, one, I always clean my brushes right before vacation because I really like my looks to all be like on point before vacation, and obviously everything looks better when you have clean brushes, as well as like you can avoid any breakouts if you have really clean brushes. So I always try to clean my brushes, but they are always crispy clean before vacation. Another thing I want to mention is I always have a separate bag for face than I do for eyes and lips, because you don't want to get like your eyeshadow colors on, or your brow colors or any of that onto your face brushes, and I'm not bringing a brush cleaner with me. So yep, little tips. Alright, so I'm actually going to put my lipstick in my liquids bag because it can fit and you can get pulled over from TSA if you don't have that in your liquids. So I actually managed to fit all of my liquids, all of my makeup, everything in this one TSA sized bag. I'm shook. I am going to bring my Wet Brush Pro and this Silk Scrunchie. The one palette I'm going to bring, of course, is the James Charles Morphe palette, because I can do anything with this palette. It's the only one I brought to New Orleans a couple months back, and it worked great, so that's what I'm bringing. I am going to bring a couple of bobby pins and also these little rubber bands so that I can braid my hair at night. All of this stuff, like makeup and hair stuff, is all going to go in my personal item. I can do my makeup on the plane, I can do my hair on the plane, I can fix my deodorant on the plane without having to get up and get it out of my carry-on. Okay, so the only thing I really can't decide on is bronzers and highlighters. So it would be smart to just bring this CoverFX palette, which has 2 highlights. Well, really like 3, because the brightener is pretty much a highlight. Come on, focus. There we go. So like 3 highlights, a blush, a finishing powder, and a contour, which I do like it, but since I got my hair back blonde again, I kind of like a more bronzy bronze powder, and that CoverFX one is kind of cool. So I think I'm going to bring the MAC bronzing powder too. I'm going to bring them both. And the NARS one, God, I really don't need them all, but I just like to be able to change up my look. So I'm bringing 3 bronzers and 4 highlights. Okay, so I put my liquids right on this outside thing. I put the James Charles palette inside, and I put it in this pocket because I don't want it to get like thrown around or, you know, messed with. Oh yes, right, I forgot my purse. Empty out your purse of any like big liquids or sharp things that you're not allowed to have, extra things that you don't need. But this backpack is what I'm going to use. It works great for travel because you can put like water bottles and stuff in there too, and it's easy to carry. So there's a couple little things I forgot. One, hand sanitizer. That's like the most important thing when you're traveling. Also lotion, and then chapstick. I can't go without that. I use it day and night, so I threw those in there. I got a duo lash glue, which I forgot to put in my liquids, and a travel size perfume. So I have all of my liquids in the TSA size bag, which is like the biggest challenge for me, so I'm super proud. Okay, so a couple of things that I forgot to mention. One, a swimsuit. Obviously, you usually need that. Don't forget your swimsuit. 2, a plastic bag, because if you have wet or sweaty clothes or shoes that are dirty or anything like that, it's always good to have a plastic bag. And also, I have hair extensions, so I don't always want to wash my hair, and a plastic bag works great for a shower cap. So yeah, that is my finished packed suitcase for a week in Europe. So I hope you guys loved this video. Let me know if you have any questions. If you liked my tips, please comment. Save this video if you think that you might find it useful for travel in the future. And yeah, love you guys. See you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye. Love you guys.
What the hell is wrong with my under eyes? What? How does it look like that? Leather. I don't know. If I didn't know anything about packing, I would want to ask me. Okay. Probably shouldn't record a strip. Okay, so an hour later. Oh no, she lost it. What I like to do with my underwear, even though this is kind of weird and gross that I'm showing you guys my underwear, what I like to do with my underwear though, for real. Wish me luck.